Now we have Mayor Manx.
I know so much about Mayor Manx.
By all means,
Oh,
all I have so far because I was not interested in having to put too many notes on him. He's a mayor, he's
Well,
cowardly, and would rather play golf than do his job properly.
Better let me drive, Mayor.
See, it's like I told you, Vegeta. Like a bitch.
well, Mayor Manx is the great-grandson of the famed hero, the Blue Manx, which in I forgot what the name of the episode is, but is when the
Ghost Pod, I
Red
think it
Baron,
was?
yeah, the Ghost Baron that comes in, where he had to defeat him. He's the great-grandson. Mayor Manx is also, well, like you were saying, he's a lazy mayor that has a great love and a great love for golfing. All he wants to do is golf. He doesn't really want to be in the office. He wants to go out there and play golf.
He
And
even spends his time practicing his golf swings in his office.
yeah, like Callie does everything for him.
And if re-elected, I, Mayor Manx, promise to dedicate myself to serving Mega Cat City.
am I dead yet?
If anything, the real mayor of this city is Callie.
In
But-
fact, it was actually implied
All I have
in
to-
a certain episode, too.
All I have to really say in my input from what I noticed, like how he says for all the damage calculations or things, he said, "Don't worry, I'll raise taxes" or something like that.
That's the thing. Like the SWAT Kats, we've seen it in the series where, like with Razor T-Bone, like it's not their fault, but it happens when they damage a city. Don't worry, SWAT Kats, you're gonna lift up my poll numbers. We're just gonna raise taxes.
Yeah.
Really,
Repair
I'm gonna get tired of him.
damage. But the thing is that Manx is basically a coward. He's lazy. He's an opportunist. I mean, he's greedy in that regard.
Like a little bitch.
And one special thing about Mayor Manx that I'm not sure if any of y'all know is that he was voiced by Jim Cummings.
Right.
Oh yeah, but
So,
Manx.
oh, go ahead.
Manx is just that mayor. It doesn't do nothing, but is there as just a figurehead in regards. But Callie does all his work for him, which is so sad.
I feel sympathy for Callie. Next, we have Felina Ferrell. Basically, Ferrell's niece and Crossy's favorite character.
She is a badass, and she doesn't take no for an answer.
Pretty much.
And that's why I always say she's a pure, unadulterated badass.
Didn't I just hear your uncle tell you no?
I don't take no for an answer.
People, this bridge will never hold the turbo mold. Better stay here, Lieutenant.
I don't take no for an answer, remember?
Now that you mention it, get these two back to the turbo mold. I'll cover your tails.
We'll cover your tails.
Lieutenant!
And I'm not taking no for an answer.
Pure, unadulterated, badass.
More like pure unadulterated ego.
Shut up! She's awesome. Leave me
Moving
alone.
on.
Mhm.
Okay, she's basically the lieutenant of the enforcers. And the thing is, she does tend to take similar risks as the SWAT Kats. And despite Ferrell's warning, she'll still do them anyway.
Felina! Oh, I should throw that niece of mine off the force. But my brother would never speak to me again. And she's too good an enforcer.
Your history, past master.
I mean, Felina is more trustful and respectful to the SWAT Kats because she understands their plight.
She also understands that sometimes you gotta it's a lesser of two evils. Technically, yes, the SWAT Kats are criminals by being vigilantes, but considering they're doing it for the right reasons, she is looking at the bigger picture. Ferrell, on the other hand, not so much.
And that's more like the basic scenario of like Batman, where she's kind of like the Jim Gordon in the series, where she knows the SWAT Kats are wrong, but if she needs their help, she is going to use their help.
Exactly.
So technically, she's like the Barbara Gordon to Jim Gordon.
No, she's more
You
like
know?
Jim Gordon because she's still in a high position of power. She can still help them if needed.
Oh, okay.
So you're not wrong. At one time,
close.
she was an enemy due to an incident with an alternate dimension. That was late in season 2.
This ought to get her off our tail.
Shoot! Oh, they got away, Uncle.
She was introduced at the beginning of season 2 as basically this breakout character they just threw in out of nowhere, but fans loved it. They ate it up. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah.
It also cemented a lot of the female fan base for SWAT Kats as well, regardless. People really liked Callie for, her sassy attitude, but Felina was both a combination of sass, brawn, and brains. I mean, nobody can deny this.
No, we're not. We're basically agreeing with you because you kind of put it spot on.
Not to mention she's just as headstrong and stubborn as her uncle, but at the same time, her common sense and her rationale also wins out. She very rarely ever jumps the gun, except for one time I have to point out where she dropped the ball. That was when she tried to take on Turmoil with a chopper.
This is Lieutenant Ferrell. Turmoil, you're under arrest. No!
Not a smart idea.
We'll be right back. And now back to our show.
Moving to the antagonist.
Oh my
Yeah,
favorite.
the villains.
Yep. We got Dark Cat, who's basically arguably the most dangerous villain in the SWAT Kats universe.
Citizens of Mega Cat City, this is Dark Cat.
Nobody knows his backstory at all. His backstory was never explained. It's been heavily implied he could be a demon or the devil himself, able to force other supervillains to work for him, feared by pretty much the entire city, and played a major role in the SWAT Kats getting fired from their jobs as enforcers, surprisingly.
And with Dark Cat in particular, he was, if I'm not mistaken, during a certain period in the series, he created the catastrophic team, which was with Dr. Viper and the Metallic Cats. But one thing about Dark Cat that I think that not too many people can base this on is that what he was actually based upon. If you think about it, his character itself is basically based on Dr. Doom. With the scientific skill set that he has and the brilliant mind he has,
Not
it's
to mention
like
the magic and alchemic abilities.
that
But-
it was like he was like your Dr. Doom in the Fantastic Four. That's what makes it. And his little creatures, little gargoyle creatures, which are called the Creeplings.
And
Which would make those the
one
Doombots.
thing he wants to do is to take over Mega Cat City or destroy it and rebuild into his own personal image. And
Kind of like the Zero Mortal plan.
Not exactly.
You will die today!
He
More
wants
like
to make it a city of utter chaos and lawlessness.
More like your Dr. Robotnik from
He's like
from Sonic the Hedgehog.
He's Dr. Doom meets Robotnik with much more intelligence and much more cunning.
And he doesn't want to do the Zero Mortal plan. He just wants to basically rule the world and do it the way, rule the city and do it his way.
Though unless
fact,
it'll be
even Dr.
fucking
Viper thinks twice about pissing him off. And Viper's crazy. So yeah, literally the best words to describe Dark Cat: crime lord, terrorist, and possibly a mutated scientist. Like I said, his origins are unknown, and a little known fact by many that only me and Crossy spotted initially, he was voiced by Brock Peters, who also voiced Soul Power and Static Shock.
Soul Power. Soul Power.
Pops, do not dance!
And you can't even tell the difference that easily.